And we are live. How's it going, everyone? So today will be the Aurora Cannabis earnings. I just want to keep in mind that the earnings won't be released till after 4 p.m. So for those who are watching this not in the live stream, I'm gonna leave a timestamp for the actual earnings report under the comment section. So I'll leave a timestamp for the earnings report. But for now, we're just gonna be taking a look at the market, and markets are still open. So Aurora Cannabis actually had a pretty good day today. On the American side, Aurora Cannabis went up 4.4%. On the Canadian side, Aurora Cannabis went up 3.97%. And I actually want to be looking at these charts right now. So something good happened. Of course, not only did Aurora Cannabis go up 4%, but this support line, if you guys watched my video yesterday, I drew the support line. I've had this support line in here for a while, and Aurora Cannabis pretty much hit it and immediately bounced back above the support line. So that's actually a pretty good sign. All depends now on earnings, how earnings go. There's a couple articles that I've read on earnings. Some of them were positive, some of them were negative. Why did Aurora Cannabis go up today? And I think it was because what was the company? CanTrust released some surprisingly, I guess, good earnings, which I guess made investors more confident. So Aurora went up. The market was up overall today. It wasn't just Aurora Cannabis. Today we had the S&P 500 up 1.38%, Dow 30 up 1.35%, Nasdaq was up 1.65%. So overall we had a good day, and of course gold was down when you see the rest of the sector up. So let's check on the chat room, see how everyone's doing. Neo, I honestly haven't even been paying attention to the earnings report for Neo. I'm gonna have to check when I would like to do an earnings call. That'd be cool. I'm pretty sure Neo's gonna have an earnings call. But yeah, once again, before get started, don't forget, give me a thumbs up on this video. Every thumbs up counts. When exactly is the Neo earnings report? I'm gonna have to look that up. What do you think it's gonna be, positive or negative? Well, I'm probably gonna, I hate to say it, but I think it's gonna be not so good. We're definitely going to be keeping an eye out on it. I'm surprised we didn't see a sell-off today. We actually seen a nice little run before earnings. I'm going to be keeping an eye out on the market. I won't be surprised. I want to see whether we have a sell-off before the markets close, or whether we have a nice run or trade sideways. So we'll be keeping an eye on Aurora Cannabis right before the markets close. We'll look at the post-market, and then of course we're going to be looking at the earnings report. Mohammed, is Neo doing their earnings today? I could check that up. What do you think? Any idea on PRPO? Are you going to open up the conference line with Aurora? Aurora conference call is tomorrow at 10 a.m. So there's no conference call today, but I will be live streaming the conference call tomorrow. Am I going to open up a line? I don't think so. I could definitely try to. But I want to see when Neo is actually reporting earnings, because that would be actually really good to do. I know I get a lot of views for Neo videos, so that'd be pretty interesting. Neo actually had a pretty good day today, up 6.58%. Neo stock below $5 is a long-term opportunity. So yeah, I don't see nothing on Neo earnings report. I'm gonna do it off camera. I'm gonna find out the exact earnings report, but I wouldn't mind doing an earnings for Neo. So I think it's today. I'm checking now. Okay, yeah. See, it's not today. I would have. I'll definitely check. I don't know about the earnings call. I think you have to sign up for the earnings call ahead of time, so I might be too late for that, but we could check out companies in the meantime. I'm gonna open up a new tab because I just want to keep an eye out on Aurora before the markets close. I want to see if they sell off or what happens. So right now Aurora's sitting. They had a small little sell-off. They dropped from 1136 to 1126. So let's see if this drops some more before the day closes. So we could take a look at SRUTF. SRUTF. Actually, hold on. I'm going to open a new tab. Bitcoin is where the money is at. That is what JP said. Honestly, I won't doubt Bitcoin because Bitcoin has been on fire lately. But Bitcoin is still very highly speculative. I know there's a lot of potential in it. I personally own Bitcoin, but it's like probably the smallest position in my portfolio would be cryptos. It's just a small gamble. I know a lot of people are bullish on Bitcoin, but let me just see how many thumbs up you guys gave me so far. 12 thumbs up. Come on, guys. Give me a thumbs up. Thoughts on green thumb industry. Okay, first I'm going to take a look at SRUTF, and then we could take a look at other companies. Also be keeping an eye on Aurora Cannabis, because that is... Also, Tilray is going to be announcing earnings as well, so... Actually, hold on. Let's go to the charts. What do you guys expect for Aurora Cannabis earnings? You guys expect some good earnings, bad earnings, mediocre? This probably sucks because it was a bad deal. Okay, so I'm gonna do a bit of some requests, and which one was it? SRUTF. Just waiting for this to load. Maybe I should close some tabs. Yeah, I could close this one. What to expect from Aurora Cannabis earnings. There are some pretty interesting articles like what to expect from Aurora Cannabis earnings, but I'm pretty sure most of you already read that. So Aurora Cannabis is expected to report sales of about 73.9 million Canadian dollars, which is expected to grow sequentially by 36% from 54.2 million Canadian dollars compared to Cron, which reported its earnings May 9th with a sequential growth of about 15%. Which reported sequential, Afria reported sequential growth of 240%, and Canopy Growth is expected to report a slight growth of 1%. So if they do announce sales of $73.9 million, I don't think that's a bad thing, not at all. But the my main concern is how much money Aurora Cannabis lost this quarter. So let's, I keep forgetting the ticker symbol, SRUTF. So I'll do a couple requests as soon as my computer, I just turned it off and on just so it could not be slow, and then that's exactly what happens. RUTF. Sproutly Canada. So one of the viewers already said that. What was that you said? Sproutly sucks because it was a bad deal. Bitcoin is crashing at the moment. Good earnings but lots of debts. Going down towards 7,000. Thoughts on Cura? GTI or US GTI BIF? Alright, let's take a look at Sproutly first. I know it's taking a very long time. I swear I just had you guys. So Sproutly, penny stock. I don't know why you guys love your penny stocks. I feel like penny stocks are the hardest to read, mostly because they're just so volatile, such huge risks. But let's look at the 1 year charts. I feel like I've done this company before. I just want to look at them on paper. Price to book 23.7. Total assets $67 million in assets. Market cap $100 million. On paper, it's not, the 23 price to book is not the greatest. It's a little high for my taste. Honestly, I don't really. It looks like it's overbought here. It did have a nice run. We do seem to have a support at around 50 cents right now. It's not a company for me. I personally don't like penny stocks, that's for sure. This company IPO'd in 2018 of July. And I don't know what the hell happened here. It had a huge spike all the way to $1.90 and then huge decline. Maybe some insider trading. I don't know what happened here. It's a penny stock. It's a coin toss. I don't like the price to book. Total assets versus its market cap isn't bad. It's not a bad I mean, I don't think it's the worst company I've seen. It's just not something that I would be eager to dive into. Technical analysis is a sell, sell, sell. 1 minute is a buy, 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 strong buy, strong buy. Going down towards one. Aurora was a penny stock too. I agree, that's true. But didn't Aurora? I forget what price Aurora IPO'd. I feel like Aurora IPO'd at $1 something. I'm not sure if it was a penny stock. Let's look at the all-time charts for Aurora. So Aurora's not doing bad. There's actually no sell-off at the end of the day, which is good to see. That means investors are somewhat confident in Aurora. So yeah, no, it looks like Aurora IPO'd at a little less than around 2 something, unless it's not maybe it's not showing me. But this is the all-time charts for Aurora, so I don't think Aurora was. Does anyone know if Aurora at one point was a penny stock? Because according to these charts, Aurora was never a penny stock. Let's look at the American symbol. Even here, Aurora never went below $1. Actually, yeah, it did right here. In 2015, Aurora was worth 32 cents American. I don't know why the Canadian charts are different than the American. And then 2017, Aurora first became $1. Anyways, we're just wasting time on that. Let's look at other companies. What's on sale in cannabis? KG is a great penny stock. The next Monster energy drink. Yeah, I got that. Thanks, Davey. But imagine buying Aurora at a penny stock. That would be amazing. You'd be sitting on thousands and thousands of percent of gains. Bitcoin is crashing at the moment, is it? My crypto wallet has been doing decent. I currently only own a little bit of Bitcoin, some Litecoin, some Bitcoin Cash, and that's it. I mean, I'm not complaining. Honestly, it's a huge speculation. Crypto's a huge speculation. I would never go all in with crypto. I know a lot of people believe in it. I just think it's definitely a high risk, a lot of potential, but I would not make my investment in crypto more than 5%. So I bought it 56 Canadian. Are you still holding from 56 cents Canadian? How far do we expect ACB to go? All depends on earnings. If they announce amazing earnings, which I don't think is very likely, then we can maybe expect to see Aurora go back in the 12, 13, 14 Canadian dollar range. Hopefully be past support. We'll look at some charts. So right now, let's take a look at Aurora. I don't know how bad the quality of my video is. I think it's showing that it's low quality. I'm gonna exit some of these things. You know what? Let's try to have as little tabs open as possible. So right now with Aurora, we're sitting at this $11 support. We bounced off it. If we beat earnings, if we have amazing earnings, I could expect Aurora to go above this $12.50 resistance line that we've went above on March, but we haven't been able to break this resistance ever since. So if we do have amazing earnings, I expect us to go above this $12.50 resistance. If we have horrible earnings, we will most likely break below this 10.75 support. And this support has previously acted as a resistance. And right now, as you can see, it's acting as a support because we bounced right off it. So obviously, a lot of you want good earnings. I'm happy either way because I look at it as if we do announce bad earnings, what's going to happen? It's going to create a good buying opportunity. We'll probably break below this $10.75 support. Most likely go back down to the $9 range. So we're gonna find out. It's only 22 minutes till the markets close. What's your take on INSYS? Quality's fine. Okay, that's fine. If you guys notice that my health is low, I mean my live stream health is low, just rewind the video a little. So okay, I'll try to look at some company. What was it? Can you do New York stock? Yeah, I'm gonna have to draw some lines because look, I had lines ready because here's the New York Stock Exchange Aurora Cannabis, and my lines disappeared. So I am live streaming. I don't mind drawing the lines right now. We could definitely do that right now. So yesterday we literally touched the support, which was exactly at $8. So I'm just gonna start drawing in some lines. Right here we have the support. So if we have horrible earnings, we will break below this support line right here. Previously acted as a resistance, currently acting as a support. If we have good earnings, I'm gonna say the resistance is at $9.25. So let's draw a line at $9.25. And we will most likely break above this resistance if we announce some good earnings. I'm gonna try to make it as straight as possible. So there you go. And then the next support below this $8 support would most likely be the previous support line right here at $7. So we have a $7 support line right here. Just gonna draw the uptrending line that we were previously uptrending on, and we broke this uptrending support line. And now we are currently downtrending. I'm gonna make that red. So there you go. Now we can look at both the Canadian. Of course, the Canadian one's more filled out. I had more time to do it. Let's look at the 6-month chart. And the American. So yeah, so I'll translate both numbers. I guess you guys heard me say it as I was filling it out. Good earnings. For the American dollars, I expect Aurora to go above 925. That resistance. Bad earnings, I expect Aurora to break below the support at $8 and then start using the $7 line as a support. And if it breaks below that, which we don't want to see, I might as well fill in all the support lines. Seems like we have a support, right? Yeah, I'm gonna say the $6. And then anything below this red line, which would be less than $6 American, which is very unlikely unless we see a market crash, we have horrible earnings, just everything that can go wrong goes wrong happens, then I do think this would be an amazing buying opportunity. But we still got to break below this support. We still got to break below this support before we reach this strong buy. The red line, I consider that a strong buy. So 18 minutes till the market's open. Where is your dogs? They're asleep right now. They're getting some rest. So ACB will drop to 9 Canadian if earnings are bad. That's definitely possible. Let's see what I said. So I have one support line, which is actually I didn't even draw this one, and it was at $9. So yeah, I definitely should put that line in. It's acted as a resistance here, acted as a support here, and it will start using this $9 line as a support. That's in Canadian. Puppies are sleeping right now. If I let them out, they'll just start peeing and pooing everywhere. And if earnings are very good, then if earnings are very good in Canadian, they will most likely break above this $12.50 resistance line. In American, they're going to break past this $8 and $9.25 resistance line. And then we could possibly, I have it written down, and hold on, keep switching back and forth, and then possibly we could start trying to test this new resistance line at $14. So if we have amazing earnings, we'll break past $12.50 Canadian, start testing $14 Canadian. That would be best case scenario, but only time will tell. ACB in US. Yes, I'm talking about both US and Canadian. How are we going to know if their earnings are good or bad? Well, we're going to take a look at their earnings. I don't know if they're going to announce it right at 4 p.m. Sometimes they announce it a little later. We're going to look at their revenue. According to this article, they're expected to report $73.9 million in, I guess that's revenue, which is up 36% from $54.2 million in the previous quarter. In terms of gross margin, Aurora Cannabis is expected to see a sequential increase in gross margin of 54% from 52.4% in Q2. Aurora Cannabis is losing nearly 4%, while the Horizons Marijuana Life Sciences lost nearly 4.4% today. Aurora Cannabis reports losses. Aurora Cannabis is set to report its earnings after the market closes today. The company is expected to report a net loss of 56.6 million Canadian dollars, which is down $237.8 million from sequentially in the corresponding quarter a year ago. The company reported a net loss of about 12.7 million Canadian dollars. So far it looks like they're not expected to announce amazing earnings. But I do think the 73.9 Canadian dollars in revenue is pretty good, especially up from 54.2 Canadian million dollars. So only time will tell. Only time will tell. Here we go, big dog. Appreciate you. Thank you, Realology. Appreciate all of you guys. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up, guys. Got 15 minutes, and if you guys are joining late, or if you're watching this not on the live stream, I'm gonna leave a timestamp for you guys so you go straight to the earnings. BNN says loss of 24 cents per share. We will know soon. Yes, we will know as soon as it comes out. So if anyone gets the earning report before I do, leave the link in the chat. But we'll be watching these earnings like a hawk. So 24 more minutes. And then don't forget, tomorrow at around 10 o'clock, the earnings call. They're going to do an earnings call. I'll probably, they'll be coming out today, after 4 p.m. Sometimes they announce the earnings a little late, so we're going to have to wait for it. And tomorrow they have an earnings call at 10 a.m. I'm going to try to wake up for 9 just to do a pre-market, and then at 10 a.m. I'll do the earnings call as well. So anyone here own Vivo? No one here owns Vivo. Just kidding. I don't own Vivo. Apparently no one does because no one said anything. But we could definitely take a look at Vivo Cannabis. Another penny stock. I'm actually starting to get hot in here. You know what? I'm gonna put on a t-shirt. This jacket's making me sweat, and we're gonna be here for a little while. So, okay, let's take a look at Vivo first. Vivo Cannabis. So this company has had a nice little downfall. Looks like we're approaching a support line at around 70 cents. So we bounced below it before. We currently bounced below it. Looks like we're going to go above it, break, or we might break below it. But it does seem to be the bottom of the 52-week range. Let's take a look at them on paper. So market cap is 203 million. Total assets 285 million. That sounds like a good thing. The fact that their assets is bigger than their market cap. But price to sales is a little high, 133. Price to revenue is a little high also at 35. Price to book 2.3. On paper they don't look that great, to be honest, but these charts look decent because it does seem to have hit a support, but then again it does look like we are downtrending. So did we hit a support, or are we gonna break below this support and continue to downtrend some more? That's the real question. But yeah, definitely I would definitely consider this a high risk stock. It is a penny stock. Also, it's currently downtrending. Does look a little overvalued on paper, so invest at your own risk. Okay, I need to catch up on some comments. So BNN says loss. When do earnings come out? Earnings should be coming out at 4 p.m. US GTBIF. I'll try to look at them. I'm new to this. What's a good amount of stock to buy? It all depends how much money you have. What's your risk tolerance? And that's pretty much it. Like, how much money are you willing to invest? Like, anyone could say $1,000, but if you only have $100, then it all depends how much you have. Hope everyone bought Trust this morning. Also VFF also bought MXAR beyond huge in gains today. Whew, you're feeling confident. All hard work and time that you and Departures Capital put into all y'all channel will take you guys all the way to 100,000 subscribers before you know it. Thank you. I don't know why YouTube blocked that message. So I hope ACB doesn't drag the sector down tomorrow. All depends on the earnings. I really hope so too. Could you look at Zenabis? XRP. I'm guessing that's Ripple. Up 36,000% in 2017. What's up? Oh, what's up, CoinStacks? Okay, we'll look at Zenabis, but I also did. Okay, you know what? Let's just do it since I remember it. But I also did say I was gonna look at something else. 10 minutes till the markets close. How's ACB doing? Aurora Cannabis is up 4.7%. So Zenabis Global. Whoa, what a sell-off. I'll tell you one good thing with this sell-off. First of all, once again, I love to talk about gaps. Huge gap up here. Happened in October. Doesn't matter how long it takes. Gaps always get filled. Gap got filled. Now we have a huge gap down. So that seems to be the only positive thing right now. On top of that, it does seem to be way oversold. A lot of red volume. So gap down, a lot of red volume, way oversold. Looks good on charts. Profitable company, 25 P ratio. Price to revenue, 10. Price to sales, 9. This actually doesn't look bad on paper. Total assets, 61.7 million. Market cap, 320 million. It's not horrible, but doesn't look bad. It's always a risk though, because it is a penny stock, but right at the bottom of its 52-week range, huge gap down, looks oversold, looks good on paper. I don't mind it. I honestly don't mind it. Obviously, did someone say that Zenabis lost $1 something per share? Zena lost $1.20 per share. Me and Departures actually have a collab coming out soon. He just made a video. We recorded a video last night, so you'll be seeing a collab of us real soon. Check INSYS Therapeutics. Zenabis IG is a penny stock now. Well, I'm looking at Zenabis, and it's $1.63. Unless you're talking about its American ticker symbol, but I don't think that. But you know what? Let's try to do some more requests. INSYS is going down. Let's take a look at it. If I miss your request, INSYS, don't forget to spam it. Not too much. Also, if you guys get the earnings while I'm doing someone's request, don't forget to post it on the chat. That way we can all take a look at it. But we'll be watching the earnings. INSYS went up 29% after a huge gap down. So it looks like that gap's trying to get filled right now. Let's look at the 1 hour charts at least. Huge gap down. Looked way oversold. So I'm not surprised by this run. Let's look at this 6 month chart. Yeah, wow. A lot of companies are getting way oversold. We had a support line right here, and it broke way below it, so it looked like it was ready to touch the support line, and then boom, gap down. Let's look at the all-time. Has it ever been this low? That's hard to tell. Doesn't look like it though. Maybe here in the past. Nope, I don't think it's ever been this low. This might be its all-time lows, unless its IPO was at a lower price. It's hard to tell. But let's look at them on paper. Price to revenue, not bad. They do look undervalued, but it's probably for a good reason. Total assets 172 million, market cap 72 million. So they have more assets than the size of their market cap. Not a profitable company though. Technical analysis is probably a strong sell. Sell, strong sell, strong sell. 1 minute, it's a buy, strong buy. Markets close in 5 minutes. Analysts expect a per ratio loss of 3 cents for Aurora Cannabis for fiscal Q3, narrowing from a 4-cent loss per share a year ago. Sales are expected to nearly quadruple to 51 million. Embev is ever gonna break out. She went to $7. What's up, brother? What's going on, Bobby? What's going on, everyone? Earnings are coming out real soon. Don't forget, guys. Leave a thumbs up. I hope ACB crashes so I can buy in. I don't want to say I hope that, because I know I have a lot of people who love Aurora Cannabis, but I'm happy either way. If it goes up, I'm happy. If it goes down, that means I could buy more. So earnings, it's gonna look it's gonna be interesting, that's for sure. Let's see how Aurora Cannabis is doing. Are they selling off, or are they trading sideways before the markets close? Looks like ACB went up because they were up 3.9%. Now they're going up to 4.16%. So yeah, Aurora Cannabis is now at $8.40. When earlier, I think they were down to $8.20 something. maybe not. I can't finance it. They're having a lawsuit. And thanks for that information, Joe. I'm hoping, okay, what platform are you using to look at that? I'm using tradingview.com. You guys can check it out. It's a free website. Unfortunately, when it's free, you do have a lot of pop-ups. Not enough dry powder. 6,000 shares right now. Hoping we go up. So you have 6,000 shares of Aurora, and you hope we go up. I have a very small position right now. I sold a lot of my shares prior to legalization. I picked up a lot of shares after legalization on the crash, and then I sold a lot of my shares again. So I've been swing trading Aurora. I have a very small position now, so I would love to add to my position. Either way, I'm happy because this is my long-term position. I have a lot of small positions in a lot of different companies right now. So let's see what else you guys are up to. 2 more minutes. Markets are closed. I got 150 at 581 USD. Nice. I think you will like GTBIF. Okay. Since you say I think I'll like it, I'll check it out. Check it out. GTBIF. Green Thumb Industries. Let's see. So it's not a penny stock, so I like it. I mean, I'm not saying anything against penny stocks. I don't know. I'm always nervous to buy a penny stock. So this is a somewhat fresh IPO. It's IPO'd in 2018. Don't really have a support. We had a nice, okay, let's look closer into let's look a little bit closer. Also, I want to look at their financials. I mean, they are kind of uptrending here. Let's see how they look on paper. Price to sales 15, not bad. Price to book 1.6. Total assets 417 million with a market cap of 1.01 billion. It's not bad. I'm trying to find a support right now. It does look like we do have a small uptrend. It's not a very volatile company. Let's change that to green. So that could be a support. I mean, it's not bad. It looks, what is this company? It's what's wrong with my? It's a pharmaceutical company. It's not a profitable company. It doesn't look bad. Oh man, I gotta catch up. So it's 4 o'clock. Moment of truth. They usually take a little while to announce the earnings, but earnings will be coming out very soon. So if you guys get the earnings report before I can find it, don't be shy to leave it on the comment section. Let's check out right here. All eyes on Aurora Cannabis ahead of earnings this evening. So that's definitely not an earnings. We can check out that article. It was released 44 minutes ago. Let's see if I can find something on Yahoo. Aurora expected to report Q3 losses. Might have to check investing.com. What to expect from Aurora. So still no earnings. It might take a little bit of time. Aurora is usually never on time. Not for their calls, not for their earnings. So let's see what you guys are up to. I have 10,000 shares of Aurora at 12.75. I hope she goes up. Damn. So you dropped 120,000, almost 130,000 on Aurora, at $12.75. I think the most Aurora shares I've ever owned was 3,800 shares, and I owned it at around 7 something. I've always kept my price below $8, and every opportunity I've had to average down, I've done it. What's going on, John Wilson? Take a look at Labs. It has 12 different products I sell in my store. What up, Rican? What's going on? ACB is oversold. If the earnings are good, we can expect a big bounce. I'm using Robinhood. Let's see. Are they oversold? There isn't even a lot of volume, to be honest. Doesn't look like they're oversold. Like, we had a recent high of $10.30. It's been a steady decline, but if we do have good earnings, I definitely do expect a bounce. All eyes on Aurora Cannabis. Today, after the market closes, Aurora Cannabis is set to report Q3 numbers. The downside risk. Analysts forecast Aurora to lose 50 cents per share on revenue. So this one says $67.5 million. The company generated net revenue of $54.2 million and net cannabis revenue of $47.6 million in December quarter, and lost a substantial $238 million due to investment losses. The risk here is to the downside, with reported monthly sales in Canada remaining relatively flat. The only revenue growth is likely to come from recent acquisitions like Whistler Medical Marijuana Corp. And that closed during the March quarter. So high hopes. There's also high hopes. The question Aurora needs to answer for investors is what happens with the additional supply hitting the market this quarter. The large cannabis company has long projected reaching an annual production rate of 150 kilograms per year by the end of March. Due to the time period the cannabis supplies to reach the market, Aurora forecasts 25,000 kilograms available for sale in the June quarter. The number is 3.5 times the 6.9 kilograms sold in December. So there's a lot of downside, a lot of upside risks. Still no earnings report. Did anyone get their earnings report yet? Let's see how the chat's going. Taking a look at Labs. We'll take a look at Labs. Are we supposed to have a pause? No, I think Cam Batley said that the quarter after this one, we're expected to have positive EBITDA. So not this one. So we could take a look at Labs in the meantime. Clearly no earnings have been reported yet. So it might take a little time. In the meantime, we'll do some requests. If you guys have requests, I'll do my best possible to look at them. So Labs, LABS, ticker symbol LABS, up 7.3%, 7.47%. So we had a really green day today. And just by looking at Labs, we did have a gap up here, and they do look to be a little overbought here. So gap up, overbought. So it doesn't surprise me that we had a pullback throughout the day. Definitely won't be I won't be interested in this company because it seems to be right at the top of its 52-week range. As you can see right here, it's right at the top of 52-week range, and it had a gap up. Buy, strong buy according to technical analysis. It's just too much signs for me that it's gonna have a pullback. First of all, the gap up makes me think the gap's gonna get filled. It looks overbought, makes me think that it's gonna get it's gonna pull back because of the fact that it's overbought. Also, it's near the top of 52-week range, which makes me believe that what goes up must come down. So on top of that, price to book is ridiculous. 1,458 price to book. Total assets, 461,000 in assets. I don't know how correct that is, with a market cap of 700 million. So you have less than 500,000 in assets, and the market cap is above 700 million. So this company looks overvalued. Obviously, it's had a huge run. I just personally won't be touching it because I do expect a pullback. I could be 100% wrong. If you guys know something about this company that I don't know, you might be right. I could be wrong. But just by looking at these charts, just by looking at these numbers, this company does look to be overvalued to me. If you've been holding on to this company since $1, good for you. I'm not going to tell you to collect profits, but that's what I would do. So let's move on. Look at LEDS. So no earnings yet. All right, we can do that. Can you take a quick look at Hemp Inc? We'll do that. So in the meantime, we could look at some companies. First, I'm going to do LEDS since that was what I read first. And then we'll look at Hemp Inc. after. So Semileds Corporation. Oh crap. Semileds Corporation. So I like this chart. Mostly not for a long term, but mostly because this looks like a chart that has been very consistent with patterns. So we've had a pretty consistent support here in the past, a pretty consistent resistance here in the past, and it continues to be a resistance here. We might have a new support here. So this company has this would be, if I knew, have I had this company on my watch list? I never did. So this company would have been perfect for swing trades, because look how many times it hit that support, went below it, hit this resistance, went above it. You could have potentially swing traded this company in the past year, like at least 10 times. You could have made some serious dollars with this company. Currently down 1.6% in the post market. I like the charts. I don't think it's a good. Let's look at its long term. Probably one of those companies that's been beat up its whole life. Recently started consolidating. Yep, look at that. So this company started off at $280 something. Pretty much had a huge drop. Now I don't like it as much. Obviously this is a high risk company because it looks like it's a company that's about to go bankrupt. Let's look at their numbers before I speak too soon. They look undervalued. Price to sales 1.4, price to revenue 1.6, total assets 12 million, market cap 10 million. So it has more assets than its market cap, but mostly because this company's been beat up. Honestly, it's very risky for swing trades, but I would minimize my risk by always setting a stop loss. So right here, let's say I were to start a swing trade at around $2.90. I would have a stop loss at $2.75, and then I would start collecting my profits anything above probably. That's crazy though. If you buy at $2.90, what's it at now? Let's say I bought at $3, I sold at $5. I think that's like 70% gains. So definitely good for swing trades. Long term, I don't think this company's, at least looking at these charts, long term it doesn't seem to be going anywhere but down, because that's all that's been happening its whole life. I don't know enough about this company to tell you whether it's gonna turn everything around. It's a semiconductor company. Swing trades, it looks nice. Long term, it looks scary. Invest at your own risk. So did any Aurora earnings yet? Tilray earnings are out. Let's take a look at Tilray earnings, I guess, in the meantime, since they are out. If you guys have the link, send it to me so I don't have to search for it. But hopefully I can find it. Tilray Inc. to host earning calls. No, I might have to go, or just drop the link on the comment section if you guys can. Take a look at labs, and still no Aurora, but I expect spike to 10. Look at the previous spike spacing. It's a 1-day swing. Can you check out CNVCF? We could definitely do it. I feel like, okay, would you guys rather I check out a company or check out Tilray earnings? Because this was a video for the Tilray. Now it's starting to act like a post-market live stream. here. So actually, I want to listen to the earnings call. To listen to the event live. But when is the earnings call? On May 14th. Yeah, that's cool. I could do the Tilray earnings call. But in the meantime, there's no earnings here. I might have to check on yahoo.com, but my computer is being super slow. Let's take a look at Aurora real quick. No earnings for Aurora yet. Aurora Cannabis expected to report. Let's refresh this page. And let's check Tilray. Go with Tilray. Alright, let's look at Tilray earnings. If someone can drop the link to the earnings, that would be great. If not, I'm trying to find it on yahoo.com right now. Tilray Inc., here you go. Financial, first quarter 2019 financial results. Moment of truth for Tilray. So revenue rises 195.1% to 23 million American dollars, 31 million Canadian dollars in the first quarter. Company closes 2 acquisitions with Manitoba Harvest and Natura Naturals. Tilray is a global. Okay, first quarter financial highlights. So revenue increased 195.1% compared to the first quarter of last year, driven by legalization of Canadian adult use. I'm going to read slower actually. In 2018, the addition of hemp food sales from Manitoba Harvest acquisition during the quarter and strong growth in international medical markets, excluding excise tax, revenue was $21.5 million. So here you could see in 2019, I'm guessing this is in the thousands. What is this? $23 million compared to in 2018 $7 million. So that I feel like that's more than 100. Yeah, that is 100. So revenue went up year over year 195%. That's crazy. Food products $5 million in revenue. Adult use $7.8 million in revenue. ACMPR, direct to patient bulk 7. I mean, 195% year over year looks pretty amazing to me. Total kilograms equivalent sold increased over twofold, 3,012 kilograms from 1,299 kilograms in the prior year. Average net selling price per gram decreased to $5.60 Canadian compared to $5.94 Canadian. So they're starting to sell it for cheaper. In the prior year, the average net selling price, excluding excise taxes, was $5.28 per gram for the first quarter of 2019. Gross margin increased sequentially to 23% from 20% in the prior quarter. Gross margin in the first quarter of 2018 was 50%. Gross margin continues to be impacted by increased costs incurred with the ramping up of cultivation facilities in Canada and Portugal. It's okay. We don't need to know that. The remaining non-cash charge of approximately $1.4 million will be incurred in the second quarter of 2019. So a net loss for the quarter was $30.3 million or 32 cents per share compared to a loss of $5.2 million or 7 cents per share the prior year. So they're actually losing more money. Almost, it looks like 5, 10, 15, 20. Almost 600% more money this year than last year, so that's not good. The non-GAAP adjusted net loss for the quarter was $25.2 million, which is 27 cents per share in the first quarter of 2019. The adjustments to net loss are non-reoccurring acquisitions related charges. Adjusted EBITDA was a loss of $14.6 million compared to a loss of $3.2 million the prior year. So that's not looking good either. The increased net loss and the adjusted EBITDA declines were primarily due to the increase in operating expenses related to growth initiatives and addition of Manitoba Harvest and expansion of international team. So it's not looking great. I'm actually kind of curious to see how Tilray is going to be doing in the post market. Let's see how they're doing right now in the post market. And then surprisingly, right now, Tilray is up 4.6% in the post market. Maybe because their gross revenue, and they're pushing up. Tilray is now officially above $50. So let's continue with this. So far there's a few bad things, but the highlight of their earnings is the revenue increased 195%. So investors might be happy because of that, because as you can see right here, Tilray, oh nope, it might start declining. We're gonna see. We'll keep an eye on Tilray post market as well. So business highlights. Acquired Manitoba Harvest. We know that it for 310 million American, subject to certain revenue milestones. Manitoba Harvest distributes its products to over 16,000 retail locations in the United States and in Canada. So, also acquired Natura Natural Holdings, a licensed cannabis cultivation facility for up to 54 million American, subject to certain cultivation milestones. Completed a long-term revenue sharing agreement with Authentic Brands Group, ABG. Completed a successful harvest of medical cannabis and hosted, that's fine. Announced support of 2 new clinical, that's fine. So conference call, the company will have a conference call of these results today at 5 p.m. Should I call them? Try to do a conference call with them today at 5 p.m. What do you guys think? So let's see what you guys are up to. But I expect to 10. So what do you guys think? Conference call or not for Tilray? Because tomorrow is the conference call for Aurora. Today they have a conference call at 5 p.m. But that's in like 42 minutes. Where is that article? So that's pretty much it for Tilray. The highlight of these earnings is revenue rises 195%, which is really good. But then again, they also lost almost 600% more money this year than they did last year. Honestly, I wasn't expecting much for Tilray, but investors seem to be happy. Tilray is currently up in the post market 5.8%. Tilray seems to be pushing in the post market. So this might be a good sign. The fact that Tilray announced not so amazing earnings, I mean, besides the 195% growth in gross revenue year over year, everything else seemed to be mediocre, and Tilray is pushing up 6% in the post market right now. And I'm actually curious to see how Aurora Cannabis is doing in the post market. Aurora Cannabis is currently up 1.67% in the post market right now. So when are still no earnings for Aurora Cannabis? Has anyone seen any earnings for Aurora Cannabis? Give a lot to order to receive a little back, LOL. You just click the link on their investors website and you're on the call line. Let's see. I guess this is it, but it was telling me a different date here. I think this is the investors website. No, submit request. Investors emerging call earning calls. 2019 first quarter earning calls. Are we in? I am confused. So I'm going to press this link again. Investor Network. So yeah, what do you guys think about the Tilray earnings? I told you what I thought the highlight was. Investors seem to be happy. Tilray is currently killing it. Wow, up 7%, almost 7% in the post market. Tilray seems to be doing good in the post market. Aurora Cannabis is down, up 1.9% in the post market. We're still waiting for Aurora Cannabis earnings. Probably will be coming, hopefully any minute now. I am gonna ready to learn more about Tilray. Ready to take your step. No, let's go for earnings call. 2019 first quarter earnings call. I don't know if I'm in the right place. Does this look like the right place for you guys? They're usually accessible online. So yeah, so still no earnings for Aurora Cannabis, but honestly, the fact that Tilray earnings were half decent gives me a little bit of confidence. in Aurora Cannabis, and the fact that Tilray is just killing it in the post market right now. Tilray is up 7.3% in the post market. So the fact that we're seeing this right now might give me a little bit of confidence for Aurora Cannabis. Still no earnings for Aurora Cannabis, up 1.91%, which isn't bad. So yeah, we'll be waiting for Aurora Cannabis to announce earnings. Just give me 1 second. I gotta respond to it. Text. Okay. But either way, the earnings call. Join our community, listen to all current webcasts and more. That's not what I want. Is it what I want? I think I'd rather just call them, because then that makes it so much easier. And if you guys get the earnings call, this will also be the webcast section of the companies. Okay, let's go Tilray.com. If you guys get the earnings call for Cannabis, drop the link. Right now I'm just trying to set up their earnings call for Tilray. That means this is going to be a pretty long live stream. I might just end the live stream and then start a new one, just so it's not a 5-hour live stream, because that's crazy. I guess I do have to sign up. Let's see what you guys are up to. Watch Aurora. Aurora's earnings call is tomorrow. I'm already signed up for Aurora's earning call. So tomorrow at 10. I don't want to do this on screen. Is there a way I could hide it? Huh. Do you guys... Nah, never mind. It's too much work. And I'm gonna keep refreshing to see if we get Aurora Cannabis earnings call. Earnings. Wow, so Aurora Cannabis just went down to 0.84%. Let's see how Tilray is doing. Tilray also went down to 6.28%. Nothing too big. Is Aurora going down because earnings got released? I'm gonna refresh this page, see if we can find earnings for Aurora. I can't, there's no earnings call for Aurora just yet. That's gonna be tomorrow at 10 a.m. But I am waiting for their earnings report so we could check it out. Give a lot to order to receive a little back. Tilray investors. So I'm trying to find their earnings call for Tilray. Let's see. Press releases. I should have prepared more for Tilray. Check it, sir. Man, we're all gonna need product waiting. I keep CNVCF. I could check it, but I just want to be keeping an eye on Aurora Cannabis just to make sure that I don't miss these earnings. Aurora Cannabis is now back up 1.9% in the pre-market. Actually, there's a lot of swinging going around with Aurora Cannabis. I don't know why Aurora announces that they're going to release earnings at 4 p.m. and they can't do that. It's already 4:26, so Aurora is late. I could check some companies out. I guess I'll check out CNVCF in the meantime. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. For some reason, it said that my stream was completed. I didn't complete my stream. So yeah, it keeps buffering. It actually kicked me out of my live stream. So hopefully, did you guys have to join back or did it just continue? Just give it time. Right now it's probably loading. I have too many things opened. I'm gonna just close some tabs. Or if you want, just rewind it a little. So earnings for Aurora Cannabis won't be till 5:10 p.m. Wow. I thought they were gonna release it at 4 p.m. So that means we got a lot of time to kill. Okay, that's good. So in the meantime, I guess we could do requests. We'll wait it out. So WLDCF. Actually, I had another request. CNVCF, and then I'll check out WLDCF. At least we got one out of the way. CNVCF. Cannabis Cell Sciences. Another penny stock. You guys love your penny stocks. This one's a very, very new one. Like 3 months old. Let's look at the 1 hour charts. I might as well just look at their financials because from pretty fresh IPOs, and this is too fresh. No valuation blank, balance sheet blank, operating metrics, everything is blank. Even looking at these charts, we can't get much. Like, not enough information on this company. Only thing I could tell you, it's a penny stock. It dropped 19.4%. Close to its IPO, but that's about it. WLDCF. We can take a look at that. WLDCF. And if you guys are watching this not in the live stream, don't forget, I'll leave a timestamp for you guys. So, because I know a lot of people are just coming here for the earnings. So if you guys end up watching this after the live stream, I'll make sure to leave a timestamp for you guys, and you guys could check it out after the timestamp. Another penny stock. Let's look at the 5-year charts real quick. What's going on here? Am I still buffering, guys? Buffering. Please check W up 2.6%. Your video keeps buffering. Continue. If I'm buffering, just rewind it a bit. Sorry, guys. So, this company has been a penny stock its whole life. It's been around since 2018.